The first rule of sleeping better is to understand this. Your body dictates sleep better than you. Now, what do I mean by this? When you dictate sleep, you're letting an external factor wake you up, like an alarm clock or a person. When your body dictates sleep, you've went to sleep and then your body has woken you up. Usually, when you wake up naturally, you'll feel more rested. And usually when you put an alarm clock on, you'll feel less rested. Why is that? Because your body is much more intelligent than you. Have you ever chosen to feel nauseous, to vomit, except, manipulating your throat with your fingers? No, you probably have not. Have you ever induced a sneeze without using anything external? No. Your body dictates all those things because it knows when things should happen. It's the same with sleep. That's why you feel much better when you let your body dictate those things. Now, how many hours do you need? Again, go to sleep when you're tired, and when you wake up, that's the optimal amount of time to sleep. Unless you wake up in the middle of the night to pee or do something else. Your body always has a reason to wake you up. So those are the answers to those two things. Now think of when you're sick, just to make the point go through a little bit better. When you're sick, you usually sleep more because 90% of healing occurs when we sleep, and your body has more to do when you're sick. There's more stress on the circulatory systems, more things are leaving your body, more things are happening. And so you sleep more. And then when you're not sick, you sleep less. And then some days you need to sleep more, and other days you sleep less because of what you've done and how much your body needs to do. If you work out, you probably need to sleep more because your muscles need to recover, along with everything else. And if we look at cancer patients or people who are very ill in general, they might need 20 hours plus. So, are you lazy because you sleep a lot? No. You sleep a lot because your body needs that sleep. That's why you're tired in the first place. And of course, there's your diet and other factors that would probably cut your sleep short by a lot. And a very healthy human would probably need to sleep a lot less than 8 hours, I would assume. But in modern society, and you, dear viewer, I assume, needs to sleep more. Probably more than 8 hours. Sleep the amount you need to sleep. Let your body dictate that. And if you have a life situation where, you need to put an alarm clock, look at how many hours you sleep on average during weekends, and then try to fix your sleep schedule so that you can sleep the same amount of time, but you wake up at the time you need to wake up. So just sleep earlier. You can do that. It might be hard at the beginning, but it's worth it for your health. Again, we're not striving for, just being healthy. We want excellent health. I want you to feel amazing, dear viewer. You are already amazing, but you also need to feel amazing. I don't know if you do that. You may have cancer. What do I know? Oh well. Let's not think of such bad things. I hope you don't. Oh well. Now, the other part that's important when it comes to sleep, that you're watching this video for, is, okay, how do we improve it? You've gotten the golden rule. Now, what are the other rules? Now, you have something called the circadian rhythm, which in short is your biological clock, which in a more concise manner is how your body knows that it's day or night. Or, any time in between. A lot of things happen during that cycle. But the way it regulates this is through light. Boo-hoo. The sun has different wavelengths and emitted depending on if it's morning or if it's in the evening. As an example, in the morning you're going to have more blue light emitted from the sun, and in the evening you're going to have more red light. Now, why is that? Because blue light makes you produce cortisol when it hits your eyes, and red light will make you produce melatonin, the sleep hormone. So, just by looking at that and looking at modern society, you'll understand that most sleep problems come from the lights you have in your house, the white and yellow lights that, your body can't know if that's the sun or not from an eye perspective, and, laptops and cell phones and all of that. That's a bunch of blue light, unless you're using a filter, which would help, but then you have electromagnetic frequency. Oh, well, that's another video. So, what happens is you produce cortisol during the night, and then suddenly your body thinks that a day is 25 or 26 hours, or 24.5, depending on, how much you sat exposed to blue light. And now suddenly you slept at 12 p.m. No, not 12 p.m. 12 a.m. instead of 11 p.m. Yeah, 11 p.m. That's how it works. I live in Sweden, so we don't have that system. And then it escalates. And then the next day you have to wake up at 6. And so on and so forth. And then you've slept less. And that's how people get into a sleep debt. Oh well. So light is the biggest factor, and cortisol is also a stress hormone. So if you are stressed, you'll have more cortisol. Your body will have a reason to be awake, and that's bad because then you won't sleep. Logic. And then another thing is blood protein levels. Some people who are, if you're fat and round in the face and, healthy looking, then you probably have good blood protein levels and blood fat levels to feed your cells when you're asleep. But some people don't have that. You need resources for your body to regenerate during sleep. And if you don't have them, then it's going to be hard to sleep. Your body won't want you to sleep. So how do we fix that? You eat high quality protein. Raw milk is a good example. Raw meat, if you're not scared of bacteria, which you shouldn't be, is also a very good example. That's what I do every night, or before I go to sleep by an hour. I eat raw meat, raw butter, and raw milk. And I sleep like a baby. Just a good anecdote to throw out there. Another thing is irritated nerves. There are many substances that can irritate your nerves and make you feel shaky, like caffeine or tea even. Or if you have a lot of pollution inside of you, which you probably have, but some people have it more than others, then sleep will be a bit hard. Again, you need to eat more than you do right now. If that's your problem, then you'll probably sleep better. Some people are too skinny to sleep good. They need to gain weight. That will help them, because then their body's protected when they sleep. That's a way of thinking. The last thing, and probably the one that affects society the most, to be honest, is mind activity. And this arises because some people are just addicted to thinking. They think that, okay, there is a me, and this me is talking. And if it doesn't talk, then there is no me, and then what am I? And then they get scared. Or their mind activity is masking the fact that they have negative emotions that, you can legitimately feel it. That's the wrong word. You can feel it somewhere around your chest area if you have anxiety, just without thinking. And by thinking a lot, you kind of mask that. So deal with that. Watch the How to Be Happier video to be able to deal with that. Read The Power of Now. Check out Eckhart Tolle if that's a problem that you have. And with that said, I think I've covered everything, or not everything, but some important parts of sleeping that you should think about. And with that said, over and out for now.